Hello everyone, and I hope you're all staying well and staying safe and keeping out of trouble in these times. And thanks for joining me on this update on the next chapter in the story of the Plinth tablet stand and my little easel phone stand. It's now been 7 years since I launched Plinth through Kickstarter. And since then, as many of you know, I've been slogging away trying to build a business, manufacturing and selling my designs for products that support mobile technology. I've now got to a point where I think it's time for me to move on and do something else. The design side of things I think has been moderately successful, but I would hold my hand up and say that I'm really not very good at selling, and the business has struggled and continues to struggle, largely because I'm not very good at engaging with social media, with the whole maelstrom of advertising, paid advertising on Facebook and Amazon and Google and all of that malarkey. The products I designed, I think, are both still really good. I still think the Plinth is the best tablet stand out there for what it does, and more about that later. And Easel too, in its way, is also a very clever, very useful, lovely little product. And both of these, I perceive and have always perceived, should be doing really well. They're not, and I think it's my fault, basically. I think it's because, as I say, I'm not very good at selling. So the reason for this update is I'm wanting to ask all of you whether either you or somebody you know might like to actually take the business on as theirs. I would like to be able to draw a line under my involvement, not necessarily immediately, but I would like to be able to, as I say, move on and do other things now. So I'd like to offer for sale everything to do with both Plinth and Easel, okay? So that's the injection mold tooling, all of my stock materials, intellectual property rights, the whole thing. I'm very happy to pass over to somebody that might be able to make a better job out of building this business than I have managed. So if you or somebody you know really enjoys selling, that really enjoys social media, getting out there, meeting people, driving a deal, talking with retailers and distributors and all that kind of thing, either with an existing network or fancies doing this as a startup, I'd really love to speak to you. And I'm hoping that through you, my Kickstarter backers, and all of my customers and the people that I've come across over the last several years, can help spread the word. Let's get the word around that, this, I'd much rather, as I retire from this business, that everything that I have built goes on to have a life and hopefully does something good for somebody else. It might be that I sell the whole lot as a job lot. It may well be that I just pass over the intellectual property rights and the rights to use the tooling, and that person then sort of we do some form of split on sales or something. I'm very open to offers or conversations with anybody that is interested in the business. So let's have a look at, for those of you that perhaps aren't familiar with my products, I'll give you a very quick resume. So this is the first thing I did, which is the Plinth tablet stand. In 2010, when the iPad came out, I bought an iPad, fell in love with it, just could not get on with any of the tablet cases and stands and all the various peripheries that came around the iPad To me, none of them really work very well. They don't stand at the right angle. They're fiddly, they're bulky, they detract from the inherent simple beauty of the iPad. And I wanted to try and design something which was small, light, simple, and which gave me the stability and the adjustability that I would expect from a tablet stand. So because I'm a product designer, I started fiddling about with my sketching out some ideas and building some models on my 3D printer, and eventually came up with this. It is 10 millimeters thick, it weighs under 50 grams, use a very small amount of plastic. Very, very strong, very tough. There's videos on YouTube of this thing being run over by a tractor quite happily. And the basic idea is that you press a button and the whole thing flicks open into a very stable stand with wide space rubber feet, 5 adjustable angles of positioning. It's designed so that it will hold any tablet, any iPad, any model right up to the iPad Pro. It'll hold your phone, it'll hold Kindles, it'll hold recipe books, blah, blah, blah. It's got very good reviews. I took it on Dragon's Den back in 2016, which went very well. So yeah, so that's the first thing. The next thing is this, which is the upside down, which is I call easel, and it is a super thin device, basically for it slides open like that and becomes a stand which works either portrait or landscape, but perhaps more importantly, it's a really good, useful phone grip. So it stops you dropping your phone, smashing your screen. It enables you to reach all of your phone screen much more easily, and then the whole thing just clicks flat and off you go. I'm very proud of this as a design because it's an extremely simple, clever piece of plastics engineering. I've basically managed to mold 4 different components, 3 hinges and 1 spring, into a single piece of plastic, which is only 1 millimeter thick. Okay, and it basically folds over and forms this little shape here, and then there are 2 rubber feet which stick on to give it stability, and then the whole thing just clicks shut and sticks on the back of your phone. You can move it, you can stick it on your phone case, blah blah blah. Very good, very cheap, very environmentally friendly. It's moulded by a smashing little company down in Devon, which is entirely powered by sunshine. So the whole thing is a very sort of eco-friendly product. It works well. It's 2 millimeters thick when it's on your phone, so it slips really easily in your pocket. It has no metal parts in it, so it is completely compatible with wireless chargers. You can just put your phone on your charger. Again, great little product, but I'm not very good at selling them. So, do you know anybody? Can you think of anybody? Can you help spread the word by sharing this video to anybody that you think may be interested? Anybody out there that would like to have a conversation with me, I'd very much like to hear from you. You can contact me through the My Plinth website. I'll also put contact details in the description for this video. Yeah, so that's it. Okay, so thank you. I'd like to, hopefully this won't be the last update. Hopefully this will be, something good will come out of this. And I will be able to update you further on how this, hopefully the success of my designs goes on to another new chapter, in which case there'll be another update. But in case it is the last one, I would just like to take a moment to say to all of my 60,000+ customers and all the people that have supported me through the years on Kickstarter, all the people that kindly posted comments on my YouTube video about the Dragon's Den appearance. You have been so supportive, and the people that I've worked with have been so completely fabulous. It's been a real roller coaster of a ride, and it's been terrific. And I'd just like to say a really heartfelt thank you to all of you. It's been a brilliant adventure. But as I say, I've now got to the point where I think these things are being held back by my it's basically I am a fairly, by nature, quite a quiet person. I'm not very good at going to trade fairs and going to huge presentation meetings and making big noises on social media and all that kind of thing. It's just not me. And it's a pity to see two really good products not flying. So I'm hoping that you might be able to help. Okay, right, that's it from me. Thank you very much indeed for your time. As I said at the beginning, I wish you all well. And yeah, I look forward to all the floods of emails and phone calls. Take care. Bye.